Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Burton Albion. We are 5 games away from the end of the League One season. We are currently sat 4th place in the table. Fleetwood are ahead of us, just 1 point further ahead. Southend are also sat in 2nd place on 73 points, but they do have a game in hand. However, it might be against Sunderland, Northampton or Bolton. That's kind of one of my hopes, because if it's one of those 3 teams, they might actually beat them. We need to just win. That's all we need to do. We've got 2 matches today. Gillingham, who find themselves down in 13th place. Crawley, who find themselves in 8th place. So it is 2 mid-table-ish sides. Crawley have a chance of actually getting into the playoffs. So they definitely will be looking for a victory against us. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the matches, because there's nothing to talk about in between episodes, because the last episode actually only finished about 2 days ago in-game. Gillingham are a team that we have beaten 4 times so far. I say in this save, we haven't personally beaten them 4 times. I don't know what our last result against them was, but they've lost to Burton 4 times. There's been 1 draw and Gillingham have won once. But Gillingham are in excellent form, and we seem to concede goals like it's fun. The starting lineup we are going to go for then. In goal, Josh Lillis will return because Tay Ashby-Hammond has been letting in goals constantly for the last 2 games. Brayford, McFadzean, Aldred and Kogosian Thele will be the back 4 today. And Thele has come in because McCrory is absolutely shattered. I don't think he's injured, he's just knackered. Yeah, he's on 76% fitness, so he's gone. He's out of it for the next few games, I reckon. Jamie Allen and Andrew Sermon are the 2 central midfielders. Joe Sparrow, Scott Fraser, Taylor Richards and Marvin Sordell are going to be the front 4. Scott Fraser, they reckon 75 minutes, which is fine. Regan Charles Cook is on the bench, who he can also apparently get 75 minutes in him as well. I have a feeling we played against Gillingham on camera not too long ago, because I recognise some of these players. Dean Parrott, I think, is one of the players who did actually score a goal for Gillingham. So hopefully, did we even lose? We might have actually lost that game as well. All we need to do is win. I need to kind of forget about what's going on around us and just focus on getting victories for ourselves. We're 20 minutes in and nothing's happened at all. We're going to demand more already because nothing, not a single highlight. Here we go. Andrew Sermon goes for goal and forces a save out of Holy, but it is cleared. There is another highlight straight away. Lacey's throw for Gillingham. Joe Sparrow heads back to Lacey, the throw-on taker. Andrew Sermon intercepts. Marvin Sordell, very, very deep for our main striker. Brayford, now with the ball on the right-hand side. Into Joe Sparrow. Plenty of players in front of him. Keeps going himself. It's hit about 3 players, and Holy easily collects the ball. Almost at half-time, and it's been pretty dull, the first half. In fact, it is now going to be half-time. Bolton are 3-0 up against Northampton. What is going on there? I am not going to complain because I think Northampton are one of the teams that are actually pushing for that playoff spot. We're not going to do any change. It's just people aren't playing very well. All of my strikers seem to be on 6.4s. So far, the Gillingham goalkeeper is going to pick up the man of the match award because he's the only person that's really done anything. He's on a 7.5. It's not looking promising, is it? We're going to have to go positive. Don't go in, Dean Parrott. Lillis makes the save and it's cleared. Get creative. Let's go get creative. Hopefully that is going to make a difference. We've got 5 bookings as well, and Taylor Richards is playing awful. Richards off for Regan Charles Cook. Scott Fraser is also going to come off for Will Miller. So many bookings. I'm going to have to do another sub, aren't I? I'm going to have to bring on Luca Ercolani for McFadzean. All of our subs done in the 72nd minute to try and fix this absolute mess, and it's going to be a 0-0 draw, isn't it? We can't be drawing this. We really cannot be drawing this game. We're going to draw it. How are we doing that? Why do we go through these little runs of just draws? Parker with the ball for Gillingham in the area. We're going to get it clear. The full-time whistle goes. It's a 0-0 draw. What a pile of balls that was. Well, we stay in 4th place in the table. 3 points now behind Fleetwood. 3 points behind Southend. Did Fleetwood lose? No, Fleetwood won. Southend also won. We need to start picking up these points because Southend, if they win their game in hand, we probably won't be able to catch them. Sunderland have won the league. It's taken them quite a while. They should have won this about a month ago. Promotion hopefuls get set for running. Now that is a lot of teams involved. Southend, Fleetwood, Burton, Luton, Bolton, Crawley, Blackpool and Northampton, all the way down to 9th, could get that automatic promotion spot. I think realistically, Luton are probably... anyone from Luton downwards are probably out of it. Although, we are playing Crawley. If Crawley win, they'll go on to 71 points, which means they would be just 2 points behind us. It's Southend. Southend needs to start losing games. Southend are playing Blackpool and Northampton. Hold on, what is going on here? I'm cautiously optimistic, I think, about what our chances actually are. We've got 4 games left: Crawley, Doncaster, Oxford and Port Vale. Like I said in the last episode, none of our games are really too difficult. Crawley is easily the hardest one. Doncaster, Oxford, Port Vale, all down under 20th in the table, I think. Oh, flipping wonderful. Literally, our top scorer gets injured for the rest of the season. Marvin Sordell is going to miss the next 3 to 4 weeks, injured after jumping. Well, don't jump then. There's not a lot I can really say here, but we need to win. Crawley are in 7th place. If Crawley win, we will obviously stay on 73 points, but we could drop down to... oh, we won't drop down any lower, actually, because unless Luton win about 10-0 and we lose about 10-0, we're not going to drop down anywhere. But Crawley will suddenly be back into this fight as well. We need to win, because we need to close that gap. We need to get 76 points at the end of this episode is a must. And we have to hope that Southend lose to Walsall, who are bottom of the table and already relegated. Cool, so that's not going to happen. And Fleetwood lose to Northampton, which, if Northampton win, they will get themselves in the mix as well for this for the playoffs, I guess. They're not likely to get automatic promotion. The starting lineup we're going to go for then: Josh Lillis in goal. Jason McCarthy returns from his injury/suspension. Tom Aldred, Ercolani and Damien McCrory round off the back 4. Jamie Allen and Andrew Sermon are the 2 central midfielders, with Joe Sparrow, Taylor Richards, Regan, Charles Cook and Will Miller is going to come in for the injured Marvin Sordell. Do we do Tyler? No, we don't do Tyler Walker. Tyler Walker can't score, nor can Will Miller. Who's going to score our goals? Joe Sparrow. Joe Sparrow is going to score 2. That's my guess. Now is really not the time for our 14-goal a season striker to go and get himself injured. 14 goals is not like a huge amount, but when we are struggling for form, you don't want your best players to go and get themselves injured for the rest of the season, do you? I'm going to change from attacking balance, to positive. They did say to play attacking at the start of the game, which I don't like playing 2 attacking, because that's going to open us up at the back, I guess. So far, we're 20 minutes in, nothing's happened. Is this going to be another 0-0 draw? It's certainly looking that way, isn't it? 35 minutes in, not a single highlight. We've had 9 shots, 11 shots now, and we're not seeing any one of them, so they must be awful. 13 shots! Richards with the free kick. The first highlight is taken until just before half-time. Crosses in, Joe Sparrow's there, and Sparrow's effort is inches wide of the post. 14 shots, 6 on target, just the 1 highlight from that entire half. What was going on there? Prove a point? Sure. I'm going to go very attacking, and I'm also going to say get creative. Although we're getting the chances, we're just not actually seeing them. Fleetwood are 2-0 up against Northampton. Francombe with a free kick for Crawley. And is that Romain Vincelo? Has just hit the ball well over the bar. We are 1 hour in. Chapman with a goal kick for Crawley towards the halfway line. Joe Sparrow. Regan Charles Cook plays it forward to absolutely nobody. And Nathaniel George can now break for Crawley. Ercolani gets the ball though. Forward to Joe Allen. It's not Joe Allen, it's Jamie Allen. Why do I keep saying Joe Allen? McCarthy to Joe Sparrow. Sparrow across to McCarthy again. Into Joe Sparrow. Is this the first of his goals? He's close. It is very close, but it is over the bar. McCarthy with a throw to Jamie Allen. Chests it down back to Jason McCarthy. Forward to Richards. Joe Sparrow's there. Sparrow has a go. It's hit the post. Miller is there. And how has Miller not scored that? Bonds and Gala slides off for a corner. Jamie Allen is going to be taking the corner. It's whipped and it's going to get cleared by Crawley. How have we not scored in this game so far? Right, Sparrow is coming off for Scott Fraser, Miller off for Tyler Walker. We're bringing on the goal scorers, 2 players who haven't scored in about 15 games. Final 10 minutes, nothing is happening. It's going to be 2 0-0 draws. 22 flipping shots, 23 shots, not a single decent highlight so far. We're going to draw 2 games 0-0 when we need to be winning games. This is appalling. Allen with a corner. This is an actual highlight. Crossed in. It's cleared by Doherty. Walker, chase that down, son. Walker does get the ball. We've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to play. Damien McCrory stands there, plays it forward, and now the counter-attack for Crawley is on, and we're going to lose, aren't we? Mensah, O'Shea, Moraes across to Nathaniel George. We need to steal the ball off them and counter back. Nathaniel George, McCrory tackles him. Yes, he does. And now Taylor Richards forward to what's his name? Walker. I don't know what his name is. And Taylor flipping Richards has scored. Tyler Walker with the assist. We are going to steal this right at the end. We're going defensive and we're going to say concentrate. I don't know whether saying concentrate's a good idea, but that could just save our season. That really could just save our season. Just blow the whistle, ref. We're over the 94. Blow the whistle. Please, just blow the bloody whistle. It's a long ball upfield. Aldred's going to get there first. What are you doing? Just smash it clear. He does smash it clear. The full-time whistle goes, and we have squeaked through 25 shots. One clear-cut shot. Why? Where are all these shots coming from? Oh, that was nerve-wracking. That is There's nothing to be addressed. Okay, fine. Right, I'm going to have a look at the stats because I want to know where all of those shots came from. So we stay in 4th place, 76 points. We do now have Southend, I think, drew by the looks of it. They drew with Walsall. Good. Fleetwood managed to win their game 4-0 quite comfortably. Luton, they won their game, but, I mean, they're not too far away, but I think we need to look ahead and not behind. Is Southend and Fleetwood are the two teams we're worried about. When are Southend playing their game in hand? When is that happening? They've got Northampton on Tuesday. Is that their game in hand? I think that is their game in hand and is Northampton. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go forward until Tuesday and we're going to see how Northampton get on. I'm hoping for a Northampton win. I don't want Southend to pick up 3 more points because if they get 3 points, they'll be on 80 and that means we are 4 points behind with just 3 games to go. So we had 8 shots from outside the area. Yeah, sure. Why are we taking shots from this far back? Jamie Allen, Joe Sparrow, why are we taking them so far back? We've disappointingly converted just 1 of our 84 touches into a goal from inside the opposition's penalty area. 17 shots inside the area. Are they all blocked? Saved. They're all saved. How have they all been saved? Right, we're going to go forward until the end of Tuesday and see how Southend and Northampton get on. I guess we need to see how Bolton get on as well. I guess they're probably playing Tuesday as well. It is Tuesday the 13th of April and Southend and Northampton are going to be playing today on the Wednesday. Sunderland will play Bolton, so hopefully Sunderland can pick up the victory. So we're going to go through until the Wednesday evening after that match instead. Balls. Well, Southend won their match against Northampton, which means they now go on to 80 points. There is 3 games left to play, a total of 9 points up for grabs. We need to get at least 4 of them and hope Southend lose all of their games. Southend have also secured a playoff spot, so if we get 4 points, we will be in the playoffs. The good news from the other match then, Sunderland did beat Bolton, which means Sunderland are now 98 points. It's unlikely we're going to drop out of the playoff spots now. We can it has to be the automatic promotion spot is our target. That is what we have to be going for. Right, next episode then. Let's quickly read my bits of news, actually. Nothing exciting going on yet. Right, next episode. Doncaster, Oxford and Port Vale. 23rd, 20th, 22nd. We have to get 3 wins. 9 points is a must. If we don't get 9 points, I don't think we've got any chance of getting that automatic promotion spot. Southend are playing Bradford, who are 11th, Wigan, who are 14th, and Blackpool, who are 7th. So they've got a fairly tough run in. Fleetwood have MK Dons, Peterborough, and bottom of the table, Walsall. So, Fleetwood are likely to get, I'm going to say 6 points from the Fleetwood games. Southend probably going to get 6, but I don't think we can do it. We need to hope results go our way. We really do. And we also need to hope that we can pick up the 9 points from our final 3 games. Right, that is going to do it then for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you next time for the final 3 games of the season. And hopefully we don't have to go into the lottery of the playoffs.